What's up? What's up? What's the word, y'all? It's your girl, She's Perfection. And I'm here with my main man, Mayan. Mayan, what's good?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode. Munya Sig across all platforms, and we doing it again a day after Thanksgiving. What we
Day
doing?
after Thanksgiving.
Uh-huh.
Happy Thanksgiving. You know, we really wanted to be here yesterday, but out of consideration for us, our families, and y'all families, we decided to go live today instead.
Yeah. What was y'all Thanksgiving like? Put it in the comments. How was your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was great, okay? Your girl had to show up in her all black because I ate a lot, okay? I ate like 2 plates, then woke up and ate another plate. And then when I ran out of leftovers, I went ahead and I whipped up a little something again. I wasn't done turning up, bitch. So yes, I had to cook again, and I had to make another plate so that I could have later on today and tomorrow, and to make sure I was straight for the rest of the weekend. But it was good. You know, there was no family drama, no arguments, no fights. Everybody ate good. Everybody drank good. Played cards.
Right.
And we had a good time. How was yours? What went on with Munyon for Thanksgiving?
Man, I spent my Thanksgiving with friends.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of food, like what you're saying. There was a lot of food. We was playing cards too.
Oh yeah,
watching movies. Just like having a good crack with the folks, and I packed me some food, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm good for about a month.
You ain't wrong. A month is crazy.
Hey, I'm good for a while. The leftovers, that's what I had this morning, but it was real good, man. You know, Thanksgiving for me, it's a time to get together with the people that you love.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to you if you spend Thanksgiving with the people that you love, family and all that good stuff, you know, good food and all of that.
Yes.
Because I know sometimes, like, for some people, it ain't really go down like that.
Exactly. A lot of people did not have family to spend with.
Right.
You know, I talked to a ton of people who was just at home watching TV and, you know, eating nothing. So, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the family and the food and the togetherness. So
yeah.
I'm real happy about that.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean, that's like, I can attest to it myself. I mean, you know, part of my family is in a whole nother different part of the world, so I can spend it with them. But, you know, at least I have friends, you know what I'm saying, and I got y'all to hang out with. So it's, you know, it made a ton of a difference, you know. So yeah, I had a good old time, and I hope y'all had a good time too. But, you know, we ready for episode number
16.
You stay on top.
I think
you stay on top of these episodes, man.
You know, I do be excited. You know,
right?
I missed us yesterday. I did. I missed y'all yesterday, and I'm like, okay, well, we gotta do it. I don't care if it's a day late or a dollar short. We gotta do our podcast show because sometimes it's not even about the day. It's not even about being on time. Sometimes it's just about the consistency. And I did not want this week to go past and we didn't do nothing for this week. And that's the same thing for Christmas and the same thing for New Year's and all of the holidays going forward. You know, I know we got Christmas coming up and I am not going to be here, but we are definitely still going to give y'all a show before I go out of town.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So look forward to an early Christmas taping.
And I felt kind of bad because we should have gave y'all a warning. Like we're not, and
we
I felt kind of,
we
know. I'm like, we should have gave them something or posted something or told y'all on the last episode. Like Thursday's not gonna go down like that. It's gonna be Friday instead.
Right.
So I hope some of y'all is subscribed. That's why we need y'all to subscribe.
Yes.
Because when things like this happen, you
right.
can get a notification on your line to say, okay, we live or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we still got some good stuff. Y'all can watch the previous episode that we don't put out. You know, we keep it funky.
Yeah, last week we had a lot of shenanigans going on.
Yeah.
So y'all can watch that one or just tune in live. Make sure y'all give us a call.
Things like this
at 469-796-6719. And let's get this show on the road, y'all. Let's get this show on the road. Maya, you want to take us into our
to the first
first topic.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the lady who was crying online. Since we talking about Thanksgiving, talking about nobody showed up. Matter of fact, let's show the video so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
I cooked all this food and nobody showed up. I cooked all this motherfucking food and nobody showed up.
Yeah, I'm so hurt because I spent so much time in that kitchen cooking. I cooked so much stuff. I cook so much stuff. And regardless of whatever we go through as a family, like you don't just sit there, at least you be honest and say, I'm not showing up, I'm not coming. You don't sit me up for what I spent a day and a half in the kitchen cooking everything for nobody to show up.
Yeah.
First of all, okay, she lying. Okay. And y'all know people do anything these days to go viral.
Right.
I feel like she lying. Okay, first things first, open up them tops. Let us see the actual food in them pans, okay? Because people are doing anything to go viral and get some attention. You see, they gave her all the attention. But show me what's in those pans. Secondly, being a Thanksgiving cooker and preparer, okay, it damn sure didn't take me a day and a half. I started preparing on Monday. Okay, so to cook a whole full spread, it takes way longer than a day and a half. So I don't believe what she said, but for any reason, if it does happen to be true, just go give it to the homeless. Just go give it. You mean to tell me you ain't got no kid? You mean to tell me you cooked all of this food, not one person showed up? Unbelievable.
You think it's cap?
I think it's cap. Okay? Cap. She ain't even open up the pans to show us all the food. Show us what the food looking like.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people just want to go viral. She lying. It don't take a day and a half to cook that food. If you a real cook, no, you was prepping and preparing Monday night.
Right.
And where's the turkey? Show me the turkey. If it's Thanksgiving and you cooked all that food, the one thing that's gonna be on display is that turkey.
So you think she crying and all that? You think
she ain't crying? Did you see any tears on her face? That lady is lying. She ain't lying. Ain't nobody cooking no whole food and ain't nobody showing up. I ain't never heard of that.
Not one person?
I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never seen that in all my years of living. She is lying and she want to go viral. She want to have her moment. But hey, if it did happen, I ain't gonna even say sucks for her because you could just go feed the homeless. However, somebody showing up to the dinner. You ain't you somebody, at least one person. You come on now. We all got that one family member that's gonna show up regardless.
Yeah, like I know what they talking about. I'm finna have this food. Come on now.
Okay.
Come on, listen. Yeah. I mean, I didn't look at it like that, but you probably right. It probably capped, but cause I was gonna say, like, if you don't have nobody showing up to your house and you done made all that food,
then maybe you the problem.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, if nobody really messing with you, nobody show up, you're the problem, sis. You know, you probably did something that pissed everybody to where everybody got on the same page and like, we're not going over to her place. I don't care what she made. So that's what I was gonna say.
Not I don't care what she made.
Yeah.
Or your cooking probably bad, but ain't nobody gonna not show up. I just can't see not one person showing up unless you got a family of 3 people.
Right.
And then, it's just, even if that does happen to somebody, just go and feed the homeless. Maybe your calling and your whole purpose of Thanksgiving is to go and feed the less fortunate and go feed some people who's actually going to enjoy it and appreciate it.
Right.
If she's feeling unappreciated in this moment, there is plenty places she can go to feel appreciated for cooking all that food.
Right.
I guarantee you. So she is, she trying to go viral.
She's trying to go viral.
She trying to go viral, y'all. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype, okay? And what I want to know is, we all got that. We all got a handful of people that don't show up to the Thanksgiving.
Right.
But what I want to know to the people out there that's watching, would y'all have showed up to somebody's house that cooked a lot of food? Whether if you liked her, whether if the food was nasty. If it's Thanksgiving and somebody told you that they was cooking a whole spread, would you show up or would you not show up? What you would have done in this instance, Marjan, if this was a cousin that the rest of the family didn't like, and she said Thanksgiving was at her house, and she don't cook that good, would you have shown up if you ain't had nowhere else to go?
Nah, I ain't showing up.
Would you at least told her you wasn't showing up?
Nah, I ain't gonna tell her. It depends the kind of rapport that we have. If it's kind of like, okay, let's just say the rest of the family don't really mess with her like that, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna show up or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But if we don't even have a rapport and we don't even, I'm not gonna show up. I'm not even gonna tell you nothing. I'm just gonna relax and do whatever I gotta do. Cause number one, your food not even the best. and you have an attitude and you just straight up just don't get along with everybody, why would I put, I ain't doing it. I'm not showing up. What about you?
And then, I mean, maybe it could be a situation where, somebody else was hosting.
Right.
Somebody that was, they liked it more or cooked better was hosting, and they chose to go somewhere else, because I had an instance where I had a few family members cooking, and I wanted to show up at other family members' houses. But after that first plate, I was just done, folks. After the
Right.
first plate, I couldn't move. I didn't want to go nowhere. I did not make it to see the other family members. So sorry for all the family members I should have came and spent Thanksgiving with. But after that first plate, I was tired. I was ready to go home. I guess I'm getting old.
No, it ain't even that. But I feel like not just Thanksgiving. I feel like sometimes as families, right, as peoples, you can't expect people to show up for you when you have something special going on for yourself. But then when other people got something going on, a birthday party, a graduation, something that's important to them, you don't show up to their stuff, and you don't really put a lot of weight around your people's stuff. And now when you got something going on for yourself, you expect people to show up for you. You're going to get what you give.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Across everything when it comes to family. So I feel like sometimes you just get what you give. If you're not all the way supportive to your peoples, they're not really going to give you 100% support when it comes to your stuff.
Yeah.
Not just Thanksgiving.
Yeah. And I feel like, me personally, I love getting people together. I love gathering people. I love to cook. So this time next year, I'm hosting Thanksgiving. I want to do a singles Thanksgiving, and I want to invite all the single people, the people who ain't got a couple, ain't got a family, ain't got no kids, and ain't got nothing to do on Thanksgiving. I want to do an event next year so that all the single people can come hang out on Thanksgiving. I think that'll be a good idea. I think that'll be a good idea. That way we ain't got to worry about wasting no food, wasting no food. And sometimes it do just be too many houses to go to at one time.
Right.
So sorry for her. She cooked all that food, but I think it's cap. Moving on.
Moving on.
Don't
Next
believe
topic.
the hype, y'all. Do not believe the Thanksgiving hype. Okay, people out here saying anything to go viral, and everybody was bored yesterday, so she ain't had shit else to do. She ain't had shit else to do. So what we're gonna do is, yesterday was Thanksgiving. And I know there was a football game on, and I think the Cowboys played yesterday, and I think they won.
They won.
Okay, shout out to the Cowboys. Okay, so they did win. And I think they had another game today. Okay, they did have another game today. I think the Bears won today. Okay, now what they've been saying about football to all of my football lovers, all the guys, woo, pay attention to the football thing. The Bears has been winning, okay, and people are celebrating. I guess the people are celebrating. The Bears are number one in their division. It looks like they're on a good start to the Super Bowl. They took out the Eagles today, and they on a good streak. So let's just see if we can get a clip of some of the Bears fans that's out there celebrating. Okay, cool. But yeah, so shout out to the Bears. We happy for they win. Okay. And I want to say that because I'm from Chicago. So any opportunity where Chicago,
no, you gonna
we gotta
shout
add
out
that
to
in.
Chicago. We don't have a
Of
clip
course,
though, but
of course we don't got the
but
clip.
everybody, real football fans know what's going on.
Yeah,
Shout
they know
outs
what's
to
going on,
the
and I've been seeing it all the time. Like the Bears has been winning or whatever, and I've seen it all the time. But shout out to the Chicago Bears. Bears down.
shout outs to Caleb. That's the quarterback, right? Caleb, he doing his thing.
Yeah. See, everybody celebrating all throughout my timeline. But speaking of Chicago, that is going to take us into our next topic. Okay, we got this Kenneka Jenkins thing, and before we play y'all the clip, I know y'all know this name because what was it, 9 years ago, something like that. Kenneka Jenkins is one of the most viralest, craziest deaths in history. Everybody knows that name, and her name is coming back up. Her name is coming back up, and we want to show y'all the clip on why her name's coming back up and talk about it a little bit. Let's get the clip rolling. for
Jenkins'
Kenneka.
mother just admitted the unthinkable. She took $3.7 million from the hotel and signed an NDA that forbids her from even saying her own daughter's name. That's not conspiracy talk. That's her own Facebook post. And suddenly, after nearly a decade of silence, she's ready to speak out again, right when the money dries up. People keep saying, be gentle, she lost her child. But let's be real for 1 second. No one forced her to sign that NDA.
Now, one thing I could say about this case, Moya, have you heard of this case?
No, I'm not privy. I've heard of it, but I'm not privy to the details.
Yeah, I
so
think
I'm
this
gonna let you
happened.
speak on it, and I'm gonna chime in.
Yeah, I think this happened about 6 years ago. It was a teenage girl went to a hotel party at the Crown Plaza in Chicago. And she never made it out. She went missing, and they had all these clips and showing her walking
In the
through
freezer and stuff like
That-
past the.
You got
So
it.
like I said, I know a little bit, but I don't know
You
too
got
much.
it.
But I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah,
on it.
that was one of the most heartbreaking stories ever. They found her in the freezer. Her shoe was off. It looked like there was some foul play. But they saying that she was intoxicated or drugged, and she just wandered into the freezer and locked herself in the freezer. There is so much we could talk about on this case, because back when it happened, the entire internet became investigators. Okay, everybody became private investigators and tried to solve that murder. And then all of a sudden it disappeared. And I don't want to speak too much on it because a guy I know personally did a lot of research on her murder, and he ended up being murdered. Okay.
Wow.
He execution style,
That's crazy.
From what I heard, 2 in the chest, 1 in the head, because he was getting real close to solving her murder. And now it's coming out to where her mom said that she was basically paid, some couple million
to not speak on
it. And there was foul play with the police officers, and they fumbled the investigation. The whole situation was completely confusing to the world. We couldn't figure out what happened, but we knew, and it was like in our soul, in our hearts, in our spirits, we knew that something was wrong with this case. This was not an instance where she just wandered in the freezer. It affected the whole world too much for it to just be she just wandered in the freezer, and it was just too many questions behind it. So I'm glad this is coming back out. I hope the truth comes out. I hope she gets justice, and I hope that the world actually knows what happened to that baby, because her case, after the mom got paid, it all disappeared. It all disappeared.
But that's the crazy thing about in all these cases where people take hush money.
Mm-hmm.
It's even when they go to the courts and you sign the NDA, time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be the same. But we have to stop doing that as a people, because sometimes they know. It happens in a lot of high profile cases when people go missing or people get shot, and then the people involved, they go to the churches and they speak to our pastors, they make donations and they pay people, so everything is just kind of like, swept under the carpet, so to speak. So this is one of them situations. We got a bunch of situations in communities that go down like that, to where money is paid, people take the money. And even watching that clip, even the reporter said, it's kind of like she playing, even the way she talking, like, okay, this is her daughter, but then, she came right when the money dry up.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a tricky situation. I feel like if something happened to your loved one and you really are down for don't take no hush money if you want to keep it, because now who gonna want to touch the case?
Yeah, and taking hush money for your own child's death when you know something is wrong, that's completely evil. That's wicked. You don't do nothing like that. That's your child. That's your baby. I don't care. It's no amount of money you can pay me to shut me up when I know somebody murdered my child. Whether if the money is drying up or not, the facts are still the facts. And we still never received a case closed. We still never received the case resolved. We still have questions on how did this baby go into a freezer and lock herself in a freezer and freeze to death when her shoes is off, her pants is unbuttoned, her stuff is all over, okay? And I'm sure in these freezers, I've never worked in any type of freezer thing like that, but I'm sure in these freezers, there's a latch for you to get yourself out. I'm sure you can't lock yourself in this freezer and not free yourself out of it.
Right.
Especially for the workers. That's a hazard, at least for the workers as well. You know what I mean? Because this could have happened to any employee that locked themselves in the freezer and they could have died. So I don't, and nothing ever even came out about that.
And then when I look at situations like this, it let me know there was other higher powers involved. It wasn't just people in our community. You know what I'm saying? And that's why there was like that, the money that was paid. And we have to have some integrity sometimes. When it comes to certain things, it's like they know that we hurting for money.
Yeah.
And they're gonna do some things. No, we just gonna handle it. And evidently the money don't last long.
Yeah.
And
then the thing with that is there's a guy, and I don't want to say too much because don't come after me. But I followed this story like hard, deep, and strong because I'm from there, and I've been in situations like she was in. I've went to hotel parties, I've drank a lot, and I've wandered off in hotels. So this was really real personal to me. But there was a guy who was researching, going over and beyond on his own, and his name was Zach TV. He got so deep in that case where people was calling his phone and telling him to be quiet and be careful because people was going to be after him.
Right.
Okay. And the truth is the truth. Speak it loud and proud. And all of a sudden, he ended up being killed, trying to make it seem like it was some sort of gangs or anything like that, when he was never in a gang. He got deep. So go on YouTube, go and Google Zach TV, and he will take y'all down the loophole of what happened with this case. And then y'all can dig deep into how he had got killed. So it's very spooky. That whole situation turned into something more than what we can ever even fathom. Okay. It turned into a lot that we can even fathom. And that's why I say, hey, it ain't really much I could do. I don't really have the facts, but I do know that I follow Zach TV, and he spoke a lot of truth on it about it being higher up people and people with money, and a whole conspiracy. Whole conspiracy.
In situations like these, I done seen them a few times. We all have seen them a few times. It ends one way. It's going to end up being a conspiracy, but can't nobody going to give us any solid thing about what really happened to the girl. And I mean, all this stuff that's happening right now, she going to the news, on the tabloids, talking about all this stuff. It's already over and done with.
I say, open up the case. Open it back up. Let us know. When I say the whole world investigated this murder. Open up the case and let us know exactly what happened to that baby, so that not only her mom probably know the truth, but so that everybody else can know what happened.
You know that ain't gonna happen though. You know that, right?
We'll see.
If they paid her $3 million, they done paid a whole line of people. It has to be somebody independent.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, that's going. And sometimes what happened? It's the same with the what that girl out of Sandra Bland and all these situations.
Okay.
Yeah, right. It's like the truth always comes out, but then when it come out, it's almost like it's watered down. Like it don't really matter because people are like, oh, that happened years ago.
They did that. They did that with her because she's just a black ghetto girl from the hood. You know what I mean? She a black ghetto girl from the hood.
Ain't no repercussions for touching us.
Yeah, black ghetto girl from the hood.
Let's just call it what it is.
Where they felt like wasn't nobody gonna care. Her life did not matter because her mom was hood. They was ghetto. They was probably halfway illiterate. They didn't really have the mental and the support, the mental capacity to fight this. But I do know that they took advantage of the fact that this was a black girl in the hood, that it was some foul play, and they covered it up. But you know who know the truth? Her mama know the truth. So if you know the truth, bitch, you need to start talking. Okay? Put your life on the line for your baby. Point blank, period.
If you know the truth, then I already took the $3 million. You know what I'm saying?
You got to put your life on the line for your baby. Okay, now it's your turn.
When I took the money, I needed it.
Let the people come and get you.
This what went down.
No, you got to let the people come and get you. Because if you took the hush money, now it's time to redeem yourself. You ain't getting no more money. Ain't no more money.
Nah,
this shouldn't be about no money. Man. This should be about the truth and the justice for your damn baby. And if them people got to come and kill you, like they did Zach, then you need to go ahead and put your life on the line for your child, because I do it no problem.
Right.
Point blank, period. But I get real passionate about that. I followed that case. Everybody followed that case, and it touched home for me. It's she from where I'm from, and I've done things like that, and I've been in situations like that, and it's a sad case. So I hope I hope the truth come out. But you know what? Cat Williams said that this year, this is gonna be the year of truth. So we ain't done with 2025 yet. 2025 has not ended, and we got a lot more shit to be exposed this year. Okay,
we gonna have a lot more stories come out before December.
We got more than 30 days. You know how much can happen in 7 days. Then you know how much can happen in 30. So you know we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, shout out to everybody who helped with that case and, you know, who wanted to get justice for that case. So, and everybody that was out there protesting, shout out to all y'all.
And we got the comment section somebody said, money don't rule the world. It rule people.
Absolutely. That's just like money ain't the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. Right. You know, being people and loving money is what makes it evil. You know what I mean? Because you can do a lot of great things with money. You know, you could do a lot of great things. She could have got that money and did, you know, a lot of things with it that would have benefited her cause, her child, her case, her situation, but she didn't. But I do agree with that statement.
And they always the people that do that, they always take advantage of situations in our community because they know we're struggling. Yeah. So they always target certain people, and then, knowing that if they dangle the money in front of them, they're going to take it because really we come from, you know, backgrounds where we ain't never really had a lot of money. So if somebody dangle a check for like $3 million and you thinking it's going to really do a lot, you thinking your life going to change, well, it could, but we ain't never really had money. And then years down the line, the money is gone. And then you look at it, you're like, really, I just got played. So sometimes we just got to have integrity sometimes, and we got to have people around us. Because in real talk, I can't really blame the lady because she probably didn't know no better. No, and sometimes when you're vulnerable, people take advantage of you and you don't really know the laws, you don't really know the system, and people are saying on the cameras are saying that you don't know too much. And then in the midst of all that, somebody dangle a check, you know what I'm saying? You can pay your mortgage, you could do it.
I don't care. A check is not gonna make me not talk about my child's death. A check is not going to make me forget the fact that y'all never released her clothes. Y'all never gave me no full answers. Y'all never gave me everything that was owed to me. However, what they do look at that lady as, she's ignorant, she's stupid, she's black, and she's broke. So we can get her to shut up. And for whatever happened, I don't know. I wasn't there that night, and I don't know the whole facts because there's only so far you can go on this case. Like I said, Zach TV went real far on this case and got real close to some answers, and he ended up dead. Okay, not because of gangs, not because of rivals, not because of some black ghetto hood shit, because he was getting too close and he ended up murdered. Okay, and it wasn't because of no black on black crime. He wasn't murdered for black on black crime. He was not involved in none of that type of street stuff. So, that's all I gotta say on that, y'all. Okay, y'all chime in. Give us a call at
469-796-6719. We ain't trying to get taken out either. We just started.
Please, y'all. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Because
we ain't trying to disappear now.
Y'all, we here. Y'all make sure y'all have y'all back. Y'all stand 10 toes behind me. Period. Point blank. Period. But yeah, we can go ahead and get into the next topic. Manyan, go ahead and take us away on the next topic.
Did y'all watch the video of Ray J getting banned from Twitch because she pointed a gun at a baby mama Princess Love?
Oh,
you see that video?
I did hear that. All I
wanted to do was have a good Thanksgiving.
Why did you wake my daughter up?
Ray.
Because you're selfish.
Delusional.
You're drunk.
You're a woman abuser. You're delusional.
I'm a woman. That's what drunk people say. Like, you're taking my daughter?
Roll the up.
All right,
seriously.
Cool.
You need to...
You're not taking my son.
Ray.
Like, I know you're not taking my son.
Hey, don't touch.
Hold on, bro. I swear to God, I'll shoot the fuck out of you. Y'all get out of my house. Y'all get out of my house.
Shoot me right now.
Oh, I shoot me right now. Take my son. No. Take my house. What the fuck? Here, bro. What the hell? Get the family. Nah, get the fuck out of here. You're doing my house. Hey, I kill you. Stop. I kill you. Stop. I kill you, bro. Stop. Okay. I know you are, but stop. I'm trying to help you out. All right, we good? Yep. Literally, they're probably gonna pull up right now.
What is you doing now? I got a gun. I'm trying to help you out of here, bro.
Ooh. Nah, man.
Ooh.
Look, man. Look,
well,
what are the rules out? Look, man. Look, I'm gonna say,
I ain't see that one.
Fellas, do not never go on camera talking about I got a gun on
and
me.
I'm gonna kill you.
You can't do that. Come on, what we talking about? But I'm gonna let you speak on that anyway. I just
Is
jumped
you
the gun.
crazy? First of all, I didn't even see that part where he said all of that. And my man, I thought that, she was saying he had a gun. He pulled out a gun, and she was trying to take the kids somewhere, and she was drunk. And from what I gathered from it, because he was trying to prevent her from driving drunk with the kids. But this is a whole nother type of situation, Ray. Ray J has been he been acting a fool for a very long
Sporadic.
time now, okay? He has been showing his ass for a very long time now. Hell yeah, lock his crazy ass up. Shit. The hell you mean? He said lock his ass up. First things first, he's mentally unstable. And if y'all know that this man is mentally unstable, something they did to provoke him. Something provoked him. And I think it was her, trying to take the kids, awaken the kids up. Whatever transpired, something provoked him to even go on a sporadic rant like that. And if nothing did provoke him, then y'all need to be trying to get him some help, okay? Check his ass in a mental facility and get him some sort of help, okay? And don't just be having him at family functions like he normal and won't do no crazy shit like pull a gun out on them. Like, hell no, that's not nothing to joke about or play about or provoke the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's out and y'all know he's mentally unstable, please don't let him, just be out here thinking it's okay to do shit like that. So I don't know the backstory.
Right.
But if she was trying to wake the kids up and take the kids somewhere and she was drunk, then, I mean, I probably would tweak out too,
That's what we always talk about. Remember, we spoke about it on the other episodes. Like when stuff like this happens, and you have to use logic and not be emotional.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying? And this is a perfect example of a man acting off of emotions to where you're like, oh, I got a gun. I could do this. I'm going to shoot you.
But depending on what it is, something made him do that.
Something like you say, like we don't have the full details, so we just only dealing with the amount of footage that we can see.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the times you have to use logic and I say logic over emotions all the time. So, you trying to, because if you are 100% moving on man time, you trying to pick up the kids, who you pulling up with? Oh, y'all been drinking, come at 8 o'clock or whatever, you have everything. Oh, you got a dude out there? Nah, is y'all drinking? You could. How did they end up getting in the house, going all the way upstairs to the bedroom or whatever? Like you said, what I'm saying? How did that happen to the point where she coming in the house with another guy, dealing with your kids? What happened prior to that to even have, why am I dealing with you? You my ex and we got kids together. Why are you pulling up with your ex in my house, going all the way to the bedroom? And it's a lot of stuff that we don't know, but you have to be logical about these things. As a man, you have to be in control of the environment and not be emotional when stuff go down like that to the point where you're recording and you're talking about I got a gun and all that.
Right, but a mentally unstable person can't be logical. They can't use logic over emotion. They mentally unstable. A mentally unstable person can't do nothing with goddamn it logically thinking about nothing. All they know how to do is react off emotion. So he had no control over that. He had no control over saying, hey, if I do this. The man has been going crazy for a very long time. He has been doing a lot of crazy shit for a very long time. And let me tell you one thing that I know about Ray J himself. A few years back, I met Ray J. When I met Ray J was just starting his whole mental illness thing. And Ray J didn't have a shave. He didn't have a cut. And one thing Ray J said to me is everybody think he's crazy because he don't want to get a fresh cut or he don't want to shave. And everybody think he's crazy because he walked around looking crazy. He told me out of his own mouth, he said, I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me being crazy. If I don't want to shave or get no haircut, then I ain't got to. I don't give a fuck about what nobody think. And he said this maybe almost 10 years ago, and to see how he actually, is really actually perceived to be crazy or losing his mind or mentally unstable, it is a sad situation because back then when I had that conversation with Ray J, he was already saying that people was calling him crazy because of fucking not looking up to par. But to see that he has really gone off the whole meter, I'm not surprised at that. And he don't care. Ray J don't give a fuck about nothing. You know, when I met Ray J a long time ago here in Dallas, he wanted some weed, and I, helped him out with that, and it was a crazy situation. So I hope that he gets the help that he needs. If they really loved him, they would try to get him the help that he needs. But from what I see, he don't want no help, and he ain't taking no help. So
unfortunately, fellas, in a situation like this, and you want all the attention, and you don't give a damn or whatever. That's how people like Ray J, Kevin McCall, and all these people always end up, Adrian Broner and all these situations. That's what happens, because every action has a reaction. This how you're moving, and you move it without intentions, and you kind of moving in an aura of mediocrity.
Mm-hmm.
Mediocrity is what's going to happen, because for me, if I was dealing in a real situation, I'm dealing with my people, especially when it involves my kids. First of all, I'm not even recording that. I'm going to be like, listen, I'm going to deal with it accordingly. But when you say he crazy or he not all the way right, so the way the information gonna come out, it's not gonna be all the way right, because people that are not all the way right gonna be in situations that are not all the way right, and they're gonna deal with situations not all the way right. And what we have now is a situation that's not all the way right. As a matter of fact, he was talking about he went to jail and whatever. I think we got a video when he talking about his jail experience, acting like he was locked up. And,
let's listen to that.
I just got out of jail. It's not cool. Jail was not okay, bro. Damn me. Just arguing with this in here, jacking off in jail. It's crazy, yeah. Bro, I almost beat the 4 times, because I'm like, bro, I'm trying to survive in there, bro.
He did what?
Off in there, bro, under his bed, bro.
Oh, hell. Under his bed.
It was crazy. I almost beat that under his bed, bro. Playing with me. Talking about Ray J.
What? What the man?
Yeah, man.
What's he doing it?
Never go to jail, y'all. It's really bad.
No, nigga, you never go to jail, nigga. You don't go to jail. Somebody jacking off talking about some Ray J. What?
And I'm unk, y'all. Trust me. The way he talking, he ain't never been in no prison. He talking about I've been to jail. He probably been locked up 48 hours or whatever. He ain't never did no real time. You could just tell how he talking, because people that been to jail don't even talk like that. How he talking, people, just how he talking, his whole energy and his aura. And it's sad, because the younger dudes be eating all that up. You know what I'm saying? It's entertainment, but that is not pretty. That's not how you move as a man. That is a no-no. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, but and he on whatever streaming that he talking about the situation. Sometimes it's like, when you want attention like that, sometimes people that starve for attention, it's like any type of attention is good enough for him. Make a song, do something that's positive, and get it. I know a few years ago he was all up in technology and doing all these other things. That's the Ray J that I like to see.
See, the thing with us regular, normal people.
He said on Dead Homie, too. You heard that? On Dead Homie. Come on. I know he's from LA and all that, but that's crazy.
The thing with us regular, normal people who are not living in the limelight, or who's not like a public figure, we don't understand half of what they go through and what they see. Those people, the celebrities and people who live in the limelight, they go through a lot of mental health things. They go through a whole lot of mental health situations that does alter their thinking. They do get to a point where they really don't give a fuck about appearing to be crazy or seeming crazy. You got to understand, I can't even get you to understand, but you got to understand, a person who lives their life being a public figure and who's forced to be something that they're not, and forced to be a certain way to impress other people, when they get to the point where they no longer care about impressing the world and impressing the managers and impressing the people above them and around them, they literally will lose their shit. And not only will they lose their shit, they won't give a fuck about losing their shit, and they don't care about how they look to the world. A lot of these people grow up being celebrities or become celebrities. That shit damages them so much to where they start to really not care, and they start to make the world think that they are crazier than what they really is, because they just don't give a shit about people of what people think no more. They've lived a lot of their life having to worry about what people think and having to be this perfect person or not saying this or not writing that, or you can't just really authentically be yourself. They get to a point where none of that matters and they start to rebel against that image and they start not to give a fuck if you think they crazy or not, and then they start acting even more crazier.
Well,
And that's a fact.
And I understand what you're saying, and I can't really say nothing to that because I ain't never been famous. I'm about to be famous right now. I'm kidding. For the podcast, I'm about to see me popping.
You gonna find out what it
doing
is.
all of that because we finna be famous. Come on now.
I
So y'all
only-
see the butt?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what-
yeah. Period. I only know because
Yeah.
I've met a lot of these
Right,
people and I've dealt
right.
with a lot of these people
Mm.
and I've seen it. You know what I mean? I've had conversations with Ray J and and things like that a while ago, and seeing how he just at that point he didn't give a fuck. You get tired of perceive or wanting people to think of you as being this when that's not you, but you have to do that because that's your job.
That's your job.
Your job is to be what people want to see.
First of all, I'm gonna say this. Regardless of what position you take in life, listen to me, y'all. Listen, hey, bring the camera to me.
Bring the camera
to me
into
right
him.
now.
Bring
I'm
the camera
gonna
into
talk
him.
some real stuff right here.
Yeah.
I don't care how much money you got or how much money you think you're gonna get. Nobody is immune from heartbreak. You're gonna have some money problems on a different level, because people without no money, they're worried about little things like bills around the house, but you could be wealthy and still have different money problems. You still gonna have to deal with loss, losing a loved one. It don't really matter how much money don't stop certain things from happening in your life. You're gonna have to deal with that, and you're gonna have to deal with certain type of insecurities. These are things that come with life. So you need some real people around you, like OGs around you or real people around you to tell you to kind of like, and when I look at Ray J, I think his mother and father are alive still.
They
You know what I'm
are.
saying? But there's so many things that get mixed up in the mix that make you kind of feel like the world is moving a certain way. Everybody dealing with something at a different level, but you still got to go down and get grounded and have a few real people around you that are going to be like, bruh,
course.
listen, the way you're moving, it's not this, and it's up to you to listen or not or to want better.
Exactly.
That's really what it is, because you start moving and shaking, doing all these things, and you're going to come, because you're famous, you're going to have a lot of people. And I understand that having money go muddy the waters, because you're not really going to know who for you or who not, because everybody going to be like, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, or whatever.
Exactly.
And then you have a lot of people moving like that, 20, 15 years of having people agreeing to everything you're doing.
Right.
Of course, the way you vision the world is a smoke screen.
See, sometimes it's not even all about the money with the celebrities. It's not even all about the money. A lot of these celebrities literally have to be somebody that they're not. They really have to be perceived as there's certain things they can't say. It's certain things that they can't respond to. It's certain things that they cannot do as normal people, as regular people, that they have to be able to keep this image because that's their job that brings in their money. That will affect you mentally.
But he not. I mean,
Going so
I
many
mess
years.
with Ray J. I mean to cut you off,
No, it's
perfection.
cool.
But he not no Michael Jackson now.
He's
You know what I'm
not.
saying?
He's
I
not,
understand Michael Jackson,
he's
but
not, but he's
he
been a
Ray J. Come
celebrity.
on, dog. It ain't. Come on, dog.
He's been a celebrity for a very long time. He was very
Yeah.
young when he became a celebrity, as well as his sister. Some people can adapt to that, like his sister. Some people can adapt to fame. Fame is more than just being a celebrity or being in the public eye or being rich. Fame is a whole nother different category. And you have to do a whole different category of shit to remain in that lane. Like that, the fame, some people can adapt to it. Some people can adjust to it. Some people can actually change who they are and become what people want to see. Some people can do that easily, but some people cannot. Some people are not as easily able to change who they are for the likes or for the agreement of other people, and that affects their mind. And I see that with a lot of old celebrities, boxers, ball players, actors, singers. I see that with a lot. A lot of these child stars are fucking
So
off in the mind. And y'all know that. Y'all know that a lot of these people that's been in the industry for a long time, most of them lose their damn mind and they don't know how to cope with that shit.
But would you agree with me that rather than a celebrity problem, it's not a celebrity problem. It's a people problem.
It
I
is.
know people from my neighborhood never really had no money. They grew up a certain way. They grew up a certain way, and they crazy. It's like, man,
It's a people problem.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what you have to understand is the people are separated. You are separated from them.
Right.
We as regular people, we're separated from their world. Their world is different. They can't go out and do the things that we can do because they are not just normal people. I don't care how you want to say it or what they say. Oh, we just normal people. They're not normal people, and they are not living a normal people life. They say all the time, oh, we just normal people, we just regular people, we got feelings, we got emotions, but y'all not living the normal life. Y'all got to do things that we don't have to do. Y'all have to be perceived the way we don't have to be. We're not in the limelight. It's not fame. If we say something, it's not going to affect our brand or affect our income or affect our money. You know what I mean? Y'all can't even speak y'all mind because it will affect y'all brand,
So
or
let me
somebody
ask you
else's
something.
brand.
What would you say is the solution to Ray J problem right now? What would you recommend?
Ray J needs to surround himself around some genuine, authentic people that's gonna pray for him. That's
what I said.
That's going to sit down and actually have a conversation with him. But ultimately, it's nothing nobody can do. He has to want to do that himself. On his own time, on his own time. And clearly him going to jail ain't do it, but trust me, God humbles all.
I'm
He
dead,
will humble
homie.
all, and you will be put in a position where you gotta, everybody comes on their own time. He'll come on his own time when he want to calm down and change and stop doing all the crazy shit he doing. But it'll be on his own time. It ain't on nobody else's time. And it's probably nothing nobody can do. I'm sure his mama, his sister, everybody tried to help him. But when he get to a point where he wants to sit down and chill and prioritize his kids over himself, and trust me, I'm telling you, something will transpire in his life where he'll do a change. Mark my words. He'll calm down.
Well, I hope he changes. I hope, because everybody, there's hope for everybody. But my message to the, especially because the older guys, sometimes it's like you can't tell them, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? But I feel like the younger folks, it's like, that's why we don't got to look to celebrities for, just as an example of how to live your life. They are just people with money, right? You don't your celebrity could be your uncle who doing the right thing. It could be somebody in the neighborhood that you look up to, your coach, or, just because people have a lot of money and they're on TV and they're on social media and they're balling out and they doing out, it don't mean they're good role models for our youth. And I just take them as entertainment. That's just Ray J doing what he do. Yeah, he famous. He got a bunch of money. He could say, oh, I went to jail and people, somebody was doing Dad Homie and I'm all of that, because that's what they do. He being entertaining.
Yeah, he's a person. He has flaws and he going through mental things and all of that too. You know what I'm saying? Some things that we probably can't relate to. So, hopefully he gets the help that he needs. Hopefully, he gets his awakening and his time come where he wants to do it on his own. That's all it is. He just got to be able to be ready to do it on his own.
Right. That's true.
He may look back at all the shit he doing, 5 years from now and be like, damn, I was tripping. We'll see, He just got to keep living. Life always teaches you. Keep living. As long as he keep living, he'll learn. So,
and as a person, I like Ray J. As a person, I like him. I think.
Melody, say that
if I had one wish.
Oh, I've always loved Ray J. Shout out to Ray J, man. We praying for you.
Man,
we hope the best for you and those babies. Stay out of harm's way. Stay away from people who provoke you to bring out the worst, okay?
Right.
Stay away from people who brings out your demons, okay?
Right.
Go and fight them and go and defeat them. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get into this last topic.
What's the comment section saying?
What they talking about,
mental health is what everyone needs more of. Ray is unhinged. He said what? It's what's the rest of that?
Unhinged door.
And what else? What is the saying in the comment?
Yeah, y'all. Y'all get on in the comments and chat it up with us, man. Get it on in the comment. Y'all, we having some technical difficulties with our phone lines. So if y'all try to call, we apologize. We having technical difficulties.
Now let me tell y'all what it is for real. The producer forgot to pay the phone bill.
Oh,
for the phone.
Lord.
Come on now. Hey, I'm finna walk off.
Man.
Come on. Hey, Mr. Producer.
You mean
Come
to tell
on
me
now.
y'all calling
That's
we
why
can't
we
get
don't
no
got nobody hitting the hotline.
ain't no minutes on the damn phone.
Ain't no goddamn minutes on the goddamn thing, y'all.
It got a disconnection
Come
thing.
on now.
Oh, we slipping. But you know what, y'all? All that don't even matter. We showed up today. We showed up today, and next week everything gonna be on point. This was a holiday week, and
Yeah.
we all was a little off. We spent time with
We
our
spent a little
family. We
off.
ate good. We slept good. We did whatever we
So,
wanted to do.
We apologize. I know
We
we probably
apologize,
got a few people
but we
trying to
gonna be
come
back
in,
next week.
trying to call in, and the phone not working.
It's
That's the
not.
reason, man. We just found out.
We just found out. Oh,
Come on,
man. I
man.
wanted to talk to y'all, but it's okay. Let's just look. We're going to go through things like this. You know, it's
Yeah,
always
that's
going to be
life, right?
but we're going to navigate through them, and we're going to get through them, and everything is going to be okay. We still showed up, and we still good. It's been a crazy week. It's been a holiday week, so give us some grace, okay? We're going to get into this next topic. We want to know, have y'all ever experienced soul ties or sleeping with somebody and it drains you and bring a dark cloud over you? We're gonna go ahead and play that clip.
Then within a 30-day period, I was feeling empty. And after having sexual relations with certain women, like, why do I feel so dark? And why is my mind in a dark place? And it was, and
I'm gonna let you speak on that.
Oh, I know all about that too. Well, it's called soul swapping.
Y'all don't get on the time talking about, because somebody said
It's
I'll be
called
laughing,
soul
but I'll be
swapping.
having fun because some of this stuff is crazy,
It's
man.
called soul swapping. Okay. Some people notices it. Some people knows how to ignore it. But when you are in tune with yourself and your higher self and a higher power, then you'll be able to pay attention to the changes in your life and in your routine after you slept with somebody
Right.
who is going through certain things in their life. It's called soul swapping. It's very, very simple. It's happened to me, you know, and thank God I knew how to pinpoint it, you know, so that I can get out of it and I can be released from that, which, you know, you could be released from that. But yeah, it's called soul swapping. I've had people who I've dealt with intimately, and all of a sudden got unmotivated, and all of a sudden life just started going into shit shambles, and did not want to do anything, and did not want to focus on the things I usually focus on, crying a lot and just feeling down. But, you know, we think it's just our lives, it's just bad luck and shit just not going right in our lives. But you're not thinking that the person that you slept with 2 or 3 weeks ago was going through some shit that, you know, that they swapped with you. So you have to be careful. Please believe me, be careful. And then pay attention to it, you know, pay attention to it. Pay attention to the changes in your behavior after you sleep with certain people. It's certain people. It's not everybody. You know, everybody is not in the dark place. You know what I mean? But you just have to pay attention to the people you sleep with. You know, nobody's gonna willingly be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sleep with this person who's going through all of this dark depression shit, you know. But a lot of times you'll sleep with somebody, you don't know what they're going through, and that's why it's transferred over to you. So it's pay attention to what the person, whoever you're going to sleep with, pay attention to what their life is like, and if they happy, and if they joyous, and if they motivated, and if they got things going on. If you're dealing with somebody in a dark place,
you're gonna get it.
You're gonna get it. Okay?
I have a question. Do you think prostitutes and porn stars go through that?
The thing is, like I said before I even spoke on it, you have to be in tune with yourself and your higher self and the higher power, okay? You have to be so in tune on a whole nother spiritual level to be able to notice that. So absolutely not. But one thing I can tell you about it, 9 out of 10 times, the prostitutes and strippers and everybody else who's out there just sleeping around, they don't know, they don't feel it because they have to be drugged up. They have to be drunk. They have to be high. They have to shoot themselves something. They have to shoot themselves up with something, because what they do deal with being sober fucks with them, and they know where it comes from. That's why a lot of people can't cope with it and can't deal with it. They need substances to be able to continue to do what they're doing.
Right.
We got
some action.
It was just getting good. It was just getting good. Get it off your chest podcast.
Hotline, who we got on the phone? Who we got on the phone now? All right.
Who is it?
It's Nick B, man.
Hey, Nick B.
Hey,
What's
what going on? What going on, bruh?
Man, too much, man, for real.
Yeah,
Too much of people voting, but the right people ain't voting, man.
You said voting, like voting for the president?
Yeah. Man, it's beyond the president. He can do what he can do. He in the chair.
So you saying
We talking
voting,
about the
right?
people that we supposed to vote for. We ain't doing that.
So you saying too many people are voting, but not voting for the right stuff. Explain that for us, because
We don't take care of where we at.
Okay. Now where we at? Where we at? At least tell us where we at, because I'm gonna help you get us through this.
Yeah, right.
It's
We just need a little bit more context, right? So you can fill it up. So then we can, you know what I'm saying? So we know what we talking about, because you sound like you on something. So we listen. You know, give it to the people.
Yeah, man. It boils down to the locals, man. It boils down to that everybody go to college and they clown the locals, but they the ones funding the college. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
college keep moving. The athletics is getting funded by the locals. They don't take care of the people that's actually doing the work.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree.
So
I agree. Now, I do feel like people need to come. They need to be on one accord. I think
facts.
people are all over the place. Everybody going every which way, you know. But us as a people need to come together and be on one accord so that we can help the masses.
For sure. I mean, it starts in the local government. You know what I mean? We keep trying to get that man head, turned off. We didn't got like the senator. He assassinated.
The senator?
But, yeah, and the bullet wasn't even for him.
Who?
What?
Who you talking about? Who the senator?
I heard about that.
Charlie Kirk?
Yeah,
Charlie.
man. R.I.P. to the man that died.
Who's Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, that's sad, man.
What senator was assassinated? Help us
Was
out.
he a senator? Was he a senator? I know he was some type of government official, but he wasn't a president. And he got shot because the bullet was meant for him.
When did it happen?
This was a couple months ago. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
No. Where did he get shot at?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the details of where he got shot.
Where did the bullet hit him at?
Somewhere on his body. But the point of the matter is this: is like we keep voting and saying that the president's supposed to do X, Y, Z, but we ain't even vote for the people that's really in the chair to make decisions.
Exactly. So now, would you say this is a people a whole or just black people?
Black people especially, we got so much to say, but we ain't really in opposed with it.
We need to vote. So we need to make sure we tell the people to vote on a lower level, vote for the Senate, vote for the judges, and what else should the people be voting for, Nick?
Vote for your mayor.
Vote for your
mayor. Vote for your governor. You know what I mean? Vote for the county judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The magistrate. You need to vote for those people that's locking people up that don't need to be locked up in your local government.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say you touching on really fundamentals here. I feel like the issue with our people is, you know what I'm saying, and I try to stay away from politics, but I think we have to, beyond the vote, we have to put money behind ours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you look at other communities, they put money behind. It's bigger than just voting, than just the numbers. We have to action it by putting money behind the campaigns and actually making it have some weight, just like what other communities do. That's why they don't never really run into the same kind of problems that we do, because we be talking a good talk, but we don't really have no actual support behind our politicians, because politics costs money now. That's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? So
we ain't got no representation, man. We don't have no representation, man. Coming all the way from South Carolina, we don't have no proper representation.
I agree. Shout out to South Carolina. Now, here's my question for you, Nick, and we gonna kind of wrap it up. What would you tell the people? What would be one thing you would leave with the people? You want to say to the people to help them understand how important it is to vote for your mayor and senator?
Well, first I want to say I didn't vote. I didn't opt to vote. And the reason why I didn't opt to vote is because I knew everyone was full of shit.
We laughing because look, I don't mean to be laughing, but I'm thinking because you talking about you know, you sound like you have some.
Right, we thought you voted.
We thought because you
We
coming
thought
to us
you
with
knew
some
what was going on.
a call of political action. So I'm thinking you're gonna be like, yeah, I voted for this, that, and that. But you're like, I ain't even vote. So we thinking, all right,
I'm
then.
definitely
So
registered.
you know, that's
I'm
where we
definitely
at.
registered. I'll say that. I'm definitely registered. But the reason why I opt to not do that is because we as black people, and I would say we as black people, but specifically black men, we don't have the allowance to express ourselves properly in those podiums.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that ability. Until we earn that ability back where we are in certain areas, it's gonna be what it is.
No, for real. No, for real. I feel you on that. I feel you 110% on that, man. Y'all, shout out to Nick for letting us know that it's important. It's important to vote. Get out and vote for your senator, your mayor. Nick and you get out and vote too next time the voting thing come up. You make sure you vote this time.
And tell us what's going on down there.
And let us know what's going on.
Give us the info.
In South
Inside
Carolina.
info for real.
Okay.
And do you have any other problems you want to get off your chest, Nick? You know, before we get up out of here, because our time is up. We're about to get up out of here. But do you have anything else that you want to get up off your chest in life, not just politics?
Yeah, man. Let Ray J heal, man.
Yeah.
He going the way he going. Just let him heal.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey.
Shout out to Ray
You're
J,
right.
man.
Shout outs to Ray J,
everybody.
man.
We hope everybody
Everybody
needs
heal,
healing.
man.
Everybody
and shout outs
needs
to you,
healing.
Nick. Shout outs to you, man. We appreciate you, man.
We appreciate you much.
Oh, yeah. Let's get some money.
Yes, sir. All right now.
Yes, sir.
We love our callers.
Hey, man, that's been another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. We showed up. We did the damn thing. Episode number 16. Is it number 16, like you said?
16.
16.
We're going to see y'all next week on Thursday. But before we get out of here, we want to talk about Shadow Outlines, which is my young books. It's available for purchase. Tell the people where they can get your book.
Y'all can get the book on Amazon. If you go on Google and type in Shadow Outlines, there's only one Shadow Outlines. Y'all can get copies on Amazon, and you got the audio book on there as well. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about your candles.
Yes, sir. Same thing, different week. Y'all already know. Y'all can go and shop on Perfect-Ion Collection. Get y'all subscription to get y'all man candles. They are organic, all natural, okay? And they are wooden wicks, okay? All natural. And then we got a lot of other stuff for the ladies and the gentlemen too. This holiday season, we will be giving away a lot of candles and a lot of merchandise from our companies. And we are always here to support small businesses. Keep in mind that as we go into the holiday season, be mindful of your spending. Okay, we are supposed to be on this blackout thing, but after all of the traffic today at the malls and at the outlets showing how people are just doing this Black Friday shopping really disappointed me, but I'm still on a blackout thing. So what we want to do is we want to show one of our callers from last week. Okay. One of our number one supporters, you know, she's always in the comments. She's always in the live. She's always DMing us. And this is what we got for her. So Monica, her name is Monica. So Monica, we have a gift for you for being an amazing subscriber, for always tuning in and always supporting our podcast, for tuning into the comments. We are going to get this to you ASAP, Miss Girl, and we appreciate all our subscribers. Just know that you may be the next subscriber chosen to receive some free products, okay? Yeah. And I think that's it. Until next time, people. Peace.
Catch y'all on the next one.